Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Bionic Commando. And we had this big fight and fought a bunch of grunts, and now we're going to unlock this and maybe get some story reveal. I don't think that gun was supposed to be there. I thought it would open like a doorway to another area, not just come up out of the floor. I'm also not really getting the idea of...
I've sent you coordinates to the extraction point. Hurry, Spencer. We're almost done here.
Sounds reasonable.
So this gun... This gun was not supposed to be there, it just happened to be there. I don't know why you would hide something right in the middle of the archives, and if you were going to hide it, why not in behind a bookcase in one of these glass covered areas? Somewhere where nobody would ever go anywhere close to. I'm also very confused as to why the floors are just collapsing. Like, it seems like they just magically collapse when you want them to. And turn into, like, why is this not a secret staircase for a back door entrance? And as soon as I want to move fast, it's a load section with an area that you just cannot go back forward to. They didn't even bother to animate like a collapsed pathway or anything. We can go back to the challenges and see how many collectibles are in this area. That's kind of all we need to focus on. I assume we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight some people. Well, no, I thought we were gonna fight the big worm creature. I keep thinking we are.
I've been in here long enough. Tell me what you know about Emily.
Keep your eyes on the prize. She's been gone for 12 years. You can wait another 12 hours.
I knew it. Full of shit. You don't know anything.
You'll get your information when the mission is accomplished. It'll be worth the wait.
So I guess I'm going this way. There's not even a marker telling me which way to go. We've seen this cavern design before, where there are just walled off sections that you can't grab onto. In fact, a considerable amount of walled off sections that are either radiationed or just blocked by trees. But I guess this is better development than the beginning of the game. I don't know why you would want to put the worst part of your production at the beginning of the game. Sure, maybe a few forgetful players will not remember that this game started in a city that was completely destroyed and devoid of any paths or ways to move. But on the other hand, why not have Spencer have to infiltrate the city, start on the outskirts where there's a forest, walk through the forest section, have the big reveal of a devastated, completely destroyed city. There really is no reason that wouldn't have made more sense and played just as well. Like, we've left the city, and you could certainly have had a park section and a forest on the outskirts section. That's a funny conversation. And so yeah, this would have been the perfect first level, or the end of a first section of the level, is to transfer from the outskirts into a city instead of this being the later section. The world certainly seems like they're trying to do open world stuff, but it's not working. It just is not working at all. Like,
Main base. I have eyes on the enemy. Get back up to my position.
and there's no rocks or anything. I need to do the throw thing, but I can't because there's nothing here. So and remember, we had a challenge at the beginning to do headshots. That's kind of gone. Like it never came back in any fashion. I don't know how safe it is to really be in these areas, so I don't want to make too much movement going downward. This feels like a section of gameplay where any step forward might move me very heavily into radiation. We're back to the radiation clouds being everywhere, although the time seems a little bit better. In a weird way, though, we were already seeing a dusk, and this seems slightly earlier than that. So either time transitioned, or I guess you can just fall down here, or they're just animating it kind of poorly. After getting the Chiron device, sitting down, sleeping for a while wouldn't have been a crazy move. Alright. Apparently the Chiron device does not work in any fashion to... Like, I was thinking it might be a full-on ability to fly in a la Dark Void. Like... Like... I'm trying to reel out to get as low as possible, and now I want to swing. Like, if I was ever gonna have a chance at this working, like, I am way too far, so I don't think I can reach that. On the other hand, I probably do need to swing on this. And I barely made that. And of all the places to have this boss fight, a big open flat area is kind of not it. Wow, Duke Nukem. And we got a new challenge. Like, we really didn't need this. Defeat him. Reward no clipping and the red matrix. Alright. So this guy has some laser. I'm trying to figure out still how to throw things. And let's see, what gun do we have right now? We don't have anything, so we'll go ahead and take this and use a machine gun. Now, at the beginning of the game, we absolutely could not use this. Like, that was simply not a ability to kite up cars. So the fact that we can do it now is very strange. Like, something is hitting me, and I wasn't really even on the ground. Now I can't kite this big car. Now I'm gonna start running out of cars if I'm not careful. By the way, access denied. If there was any question about that. Let's try our gun and just see how this works. Oh, this gun is easy. So let's come over here and see what this is. This is the other gun that I'd like to hold on to, so. And I guess I'm supposed to power onto this guy like that. I guess the other thing I could have tried to do is like, oops, like they've introduced a new attack. Like, I'd like to take this guy out and see if I can get the adrenaline attack on him. That'd be nice. Very video gamey here. Very, very video gamey. Probably gonna be 5 of these. I've lost my grenade launcher though. Like, all of those just refilled my machine gun. Darn it. So let's just finish this off. And grab and... Nope, they definitely want me to do this.
Come on, big boy. Is that all you got?
I think that is. So, we have a very nice switch there of, like, the difference of two types of boss fights really close to each other. Like, we had one boss fight where it was just a ton of enemies, And we had one boss fight. I can't get over here and unhook on that. Where it was one giant creature. And both of those boss fights would have been a lot better had they just done something in Abyss. And here's a whole football stadium somebody animated. Man, you paid for somebody to make an entire football stadium, soccer stadium, whatever, and didn't even do anything with it. I'm still looking around to see if perhaps there was a collectible that I could collect besides that one. You still move a little too slow. You can't grab onto this. Interesting. The fight was a little too easy because you moved a little too slow. Here's apparently the corporate headquarters of the Pigma organization, because we've been seeing signs for Pigma all over the city. Or probably they just took the same sign and scaled it up, looking at that fuzzy resolution. And then there's just more city that way. More city this way. Wouldn't this be funny if this is an Easter egg and this is the level layout of the original Bionic Commando? Like, that might be true. Just not a lot here. One big empty area. And what is this? They want to give you the machine gun again, and I don't want the machine gun.
Access granted.
It's definitely an attempt to make this a Metroidvania style game at some point, but it's totally failed. Like, these are just doorways and tunnels connecting very discrete, separate areas. Alright. So let's see if we can get all these guys together in an area. Come on, is everybody together? Come on! Why does the YB button never seem to want to work? Like, I'm trying to do the group attack. You guys come closer. Everybody come closer. Alright. Like, I don't even think there's 6 guys in the same area. I don't think I need to do that anymore. And so after the boss fight, you're really not having any falling action that you might expect. And I guess I'm powered up if I could try to do an adrenaline attack on a mech to take him out. This is literally the same tunnel, like the exact same rubble, the exact same size. They may have moved a little bit, but it's, I would say, at least 85% exactly the same as the one we were in before. Here's an idea. Apparently that's not 200 meters or 120 meters. Or I didn't kill 2 people there. Like the fire. How many guys do we have now? And this is just like no stealth section or anything. Like there's no gameplay here, or different way of playing, which is something modern games try to introduce, is that there's at least a couple of ways to play. And I guess there's a little bit of help there, where you could grab people and slam them down. And this gun is still very weak. And you could get next to people and shoot and punch them. And all that noise, and it didn't really attract a second group. Like, you have to get within a certain distance. Seriously? Let's see. Like, the fact that I'm just kind of exhaustedly, you know, grunting on these guys shows that it's just a very repetitive gunplay. There's no AI in these characters. They stand in one place and they shoot at you. You shoot back at them. More than likely your gun will be so weak that it will take 5 shots to kill them, which is something I'm not a fan of, particularly for this far into the game. I'm almost certainly we're gonna realize that we're gonna be attacked by something. And unless I've just gotten all the collectibles in this area and this is the same area that we were in before, which I kinda doubt, they're doing a pretty decent job on hiding things. There we go. I think we're still trying to do the throw attacks. And I have like 2 grenades. So how many of these do I need to collect? one of 3. So somewhere in this narrow hallway, there's 2 more collectibles. Alright. I'm gonna throw those 2 to start with, because I can come back here and grab those 2 anyways. I can hike this and throw this, or at least I can try. Like, I don't want this guy's... I don't want his damage. Alright. Alright, come on. Let me do this. Come on. Come on. I don't know if like, the adrenaline things just don't work. I must have done a whiplash attack and killed him. And where in the world were those other 2 collectibles? Alright. So we've got a nice group there, but I can't do anything with it, so let's try this. Hike and throw. Hike. There's a nice group of people, and all I can do is this. Like, that would have been a very good group to try to do a shell shock on if I was higher, or the whip if there was more of them now. But all my adrenaline got spent trying to do the fight with the mech. Take a moment to refill our health. So maybe if a second group shows up. We still have some rumbling in the ground, which, like, I guess there could be another giant worm or even bigger worm. Like, that would be kind of funny. But Still trying to do the throw quest. I'm not actually sure I need to do it though. Let's see. We've gotten no clipping. The ammo capacity for the SMG has been increased, and the red matrix, and still trying to get this. We don't have the shotgun. Crowd control. Yeah. 12 more people with the throw attacks. Come out and play. Adrenaline finishing move. It just doesn't seem like I remember how the system even works. Even though the buttons seem to make it kind of obvious that you should just have to hit Y and B, and that's what I've been doing. There we go. Well, there's 2 collectibles. So maybe we'll find all three. Not that that really matters. On the dossier, did we get anything about... No, nothing about the Chiron device. So whatever form we have the Chiron device, it's just not working. And apparently our active objective is to reach the harbor and escape. I guess that leaves us open to be slightly betrayed. We have 90 out of 150 collectibles, and knowing that we've missed at least one in almost every level kind of makes that certain it's never going to happen. So the only thing that at the crowd control, I don't know if I ever get it done. The shell shock, I don't know if I'll ever get it done. Rocket Man, I don't know if I'll ever get it done. Bullseye, I'm not sure I'll ever get it done. Light's Prayer, like most of these are not things I'm certain that I'll ever have the ability to do. Let's see. Is there an adrenaline ability help that I could find? Like, this is all the things we've done in the entire game, and even looking at that, not much has really happened. It's been kind of boring. Kinda is an understatement. It's been really boring as far as compared to a modern action game. It's like nothing's happening here. And unless there was something in the options, controls, like help, movement, arm actions, heavy punch. You usually don't see this. Fire weapon, evade, inventory. Quick turns with the D-pad. This is actually kind of cool. Like, I'm surprised that most games don't have something like that, but that didn't help me really at all. And yep, with the exception of turning off highlighted throwables, I think we are good. So it's been another 30 minutes. We fought another boss fight. It doesn't feel very satisfactory. It's just kind of slow and dull, and you get what you get. This is really a McDonald's meal as far as of a game. It's not bad, but it's not particularly good or special or worth mentioning. And when you have a game like that, I'd almost prefer to play something that had some really good parts and then some really annoying bad parts. Having something just average seems kind of like a waste of time. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. If you like what I'm doing, send me a free Steam game. That helps me a lot more than watching ads or any other kind of monetization I can think of at the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.